Hey, get away, Alex here. I'm in a beautiful Dubrovnik. This is part of my cruising story. If you're watching this video separately, let me tell you, don't turn it off yet. Let me show you around. I'm gonna be walking around for a quick few hours, showing you what I see on the way here next to the port area. Especially it's gonna be useful if you're arriving with a cruise ship right there. So stay tuned and let's go. Dubrovnik today, day number 9. Hey. Get away. Hey, get away, Alex here. This is my cruising story. I'm a crew member that works on board right there. I have a time in Dubrovnik right now, so let's go and explore it in this on-the-go vlog. So in this video, I'm gonna be walking around. I'm gonna eat some local burek. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna get some groceries. I'm gonna show you what you can see around this area if you don't have that much of a time here in Dubrovnik. I believe they put a stress on you, Dubrovnik. I'm off the ship. Have a few hours. Let's go. Can't believe I'm out of the ship. Third time this season. Towards the end of my contract. Well, third time this season in Dubrovnik. I love this sport. For some reason, maybe because I'm a Slav and because I'm coming from the former communist country, I have very interesting connection with this place. I don't know. I like the vibe. I like the people. Everything I like about this place. I like the food. So let's go. Let's explore this place. For those of you who are here for the first time, you're just passing by. Well, I'm a crew member that works on board. This is my cruising story. So in this episode, I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna eat some local food, I'm gonna go to the beach. Now, a couple of tips for you if you are arriving via the cruise ship. So right there is a cruise ship, right? Then here you have Konzum. This is very big supermarket right there. In about 10 minutes walk, maybe 5, depends how you walk, of course. Right there in front of the terminal, you'll see some cafes and another grocery store. Right here, you already can go up if you need for the view. And here you have a beer company, pet shop. There's some nice bakery just right here. And here is a nice embankment. You can find some bakery right there, some rooms. Again, some little shops on the way. But this area, they need to go a little bit further to get to know Dubrovnik. However, once again, if you're a crew member and if you just have a half an hour or an hour, you easily can stay there, get into the grocery store, buy some stuff you need. There's a couple of cafes and stuff. Then you want to go a little bit further. Here is a little bit of a pharmacy, and then it's next to this church that's with a tower right there. And if you're gonna go a little bit further, there's more like a market, like a local market you're gonna find, and also another few bakeries which they call pekara, where you can find the burek. So yeah, this church around me, I believe it's dedicated to the Pope. There's another store right there, more like a grocery, no, more like a automobile store. The place is developing. There's some construction going on, and I like to see that. I wish that happened in my beautiful Ukraine. By the way, I'm Ukrainian, and for obvious reason, because of one terroristic state, I cannot go home. If you tolerate the terroristic state of Russia, you better skip this video. We have nothing to talk about with you. You're on the other side of the history and the other side of humanity. Goodbye. Here you can find some tours, some car rental, and some coffee shops. Also gonna find here a nice park for you to chill with your burek. This is the marina. It's still under the construction, some of it, but it should be done by the time you are here. And the port is somewhere there. And I'm gonna go there to the place called Mlinar for burek. Шкода. І мам канал дуже популярний. На YouTube. So I just got myself burek with yogurt in this place, mlinar, everybody, lovely people there, and I was able to talk a little bit in Serbo-Croatian slash Ukrainian, and it was amazing. And I can see that I can sit here in the shade. Look, perfect spot just right here, and enjoy my burek. What is burek, maybe you're wondering? Well, first of all, it's like a yogurt. We call it kefir actually. Oh, my receipt is flying. And talking about that, probably wondering how much did I spend? €4.44. So burek was 4 and yogurt 44 cents. Wow, what a price. I like it. All right. And what is burek? Let me just open it. This is what it is. Transform to the food blog. So now transform to the food blog. By the way, there's already a few videos from Dubrovnik. I'm sorry that I'm talking while eating. There's a few videos from Dubrovnik on my channel, so check them out. I got a little bit closer to the water. Some luxury yachts behind me. And I decided I'm gonna walk to the beach. It's already around 30 minutes walk and burn some calories from burek that I just consumed. So I'm still walking along this marina right there, having our cruise ship right there. I was just sitting in that park, but I decided since this is my breakfast, I'm gonna go for one more burek, little burek, for another 4, I believe, euros, and a water. Gonna sit a little bit, thinking what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go to the beach. That's what I'm thinking, to swim. I feel very special connection with this place. I think I mentioned it in one of the videos already. Maybe because I'm sharing the same like former communism identity, or because this is also Slavic people, so our ancestors kind of coming from the same places and the same tribes. Anyway, I like the vibe here. And this is my view. You see the ship there. Sitting and enjoying my burek. I decided I'm gonna go to the beach and then I'm gonna take an Uber after that. I'm gonna go swim and enjoy myself at the water. There's another beautiful park here on the way to the beach. Again, the ship is still very close by.
And then in this park you also can see remaining of some military operation happening here not long ago.
People, don't do war, do love, or make love instead. And I think if you're trying to invade somebody else's whatever possession land, people kill them, you just having something with your mind, you know, you just have some trouble with your, because there is enough of everything, resources on this planet.
There you go, this is my reflection. I'm in my shadow, and this is in this crystal clear water at the public beach I just swam.
Kindly recommend you this place for a quick stop. That's the panorama of this beach. As you see, it's a little gulf right here, and then here you had a promenade with some stores and cafes. And that's another view from the entrance, one of the entrances to this beach. I just took a bath and it was amazing, so refreshing. I think I was swimming for almost half an hour. I just left my stuff right here on the edge of this pier, whatever it is, so I could see my stuff, because I'm alone. Yeah. And I was able to detach from the ship completely. So yeah, kindly recommend you this beach, not far away. Like, it took for me less than a half hour walking here. I would say around 25 minutes. However, that's not the first time I'm here. You already can check in other videos. I was here once with my family, so I knew where I'm going, but it's easy to find. And Uber, I checked Uber just in case, was €6 or 25 minutes walk. Nice quick walk. And here also we have some nice cafe by the water. The water is here crystal clear. I'm leaving the place after spending some time right there in front. Now it's time to get back. By the way, there's like a little shopping area, shopping mall with some restaurants and another bakery. It's next to the beach, just right there. And as I said, it's less than half-hour walk or 6-7 minutes with an Uber. So it's very common to rent apartments somewhere here along the way to the beach, or one of these villas right here. Most of them, they're here for rent. And that's what my parents did, my family did. My mom, my cousin, and my auntie visiting me on the ship. And you can check that video in one of the previous episodes right there. Once again, it's very common to have here your villa. They're renting out here, a lot of them. So you live in close proximity to the beach. Just listen to this. Cicadas, or how do they call this? All right, I'm on my way back to the ship, and I'm gonna stop by the groceries to buy some stuff. So still keep on showing you around. In terms of safety, it's a safe place, and even I left my backpack. Well, I could see it when I was swimming, but it's, you know, it is that safe. Right here you have some abandoned villa, waiting for the better days. There's always opportunities. In terms of the people at the beach, I heard a lot of English. Of course, I heard a lot of Croatian, and there was some German, there was some Spanish, and I heard some Russian. Unfortunately, in my case, I cannot listen it anymore. I cannot tolerate that. It just, you know, they're killing my people with that language, so I cannot tolerate that, and I don't want to listen, and I don't want to respond. So even if you're Ukrainian and you were Russianized, or your ancestors were Russianized, I cannot tolerate the fact that I'm Ukrainian, you're Ukrainian, and we speak in Russian to one another. Nope, no chance. Anyway, I don't want this to turn to the political. I want this to be useful. Anyway, on the way you also will see little stadium. This is the stadium of Lapad, because this area called Lapad, but the team name is Hajduk. I think it says Volim te, means we love you, Hajduk. And right there's somewhere our ship. You can see it from here. Yeah, sometimes I feel jealous of local kids having this type of environment and this type of opportunities, unlike our kids on the occupied territories, occupied by Russia, kidnapped, tortured, killed, but nobody cares. That's the world, unfortunately. Anyway, you're already helping by watching this, because by watching this, there's a hope that maybe one day this channel is gonna be monetized, and I'm already helping, but yeah, some part of the monetization for sure I'm gonna donate to our people of Ukraine, to the soldiers, defenders, to the people who lost their house, to people who's suffering right there, suffering from the Russian terror. Narrow streets though, and a lot of cars parked around, so keep that in mind. However, there are some businesses all over the place, a lot of cafes, again a lot of restaurants, and a lot of places to rent. By the way, here looks like a local clinic right there, or whatever it is, and it should remind all of us how important it is to be healthy. Walk, hydrate, drink a lot of water, be proactive, moderate exercise, be mindful what you eat. That I'm reminding to myself as well. Back to this park, there's some workout zone, so you can exercise by the water just like this, with a nice view to the marina. Wow, less of me, more of this beautiful place. I'm gonna walk along in close proximity to those boats, and I'm not far away from the ship, like a halfway already. Again, this is just one part of Dubrovnik. Already there's at least 2 more videos, or Dubrovnik mentioned in at least 2 of my videos already, so check it out. Stay tuned for more beautiful traveling videos and cruising content. Any reaction to this video is kindly appreciated, and I thank in advance. So that's the ship right there. Some flowers, and here is like a busier part of Dubrovnik, as the locals say, I believe, put the stress on you. As you see, there's like some sort of shopping mall or whatever it is, with some restaurant. That direction you can get to the King's Landing. Look at this nice promenade. Somewhere next to that mountain right there, there's a beach. Sveta Eufemia. A lot of boats here docked, and those boats are running some local businesses, most of them for tourists. It's a nice promenade, especially after its renovation. It's almost done. It looks so good. And those palms, they are super charming. Feels like it's I don't know, French Riviera, or maybe even Beverly Hills. Other than that, this is, as you see, pretty big city with some local transportation and people just working, running their routine, just, you know, do the job, do the businesses, and live their own life while we are traveling. Well, not in my case, because I'm working on a cruise ship and we technically part of this traveling business. But yeah, right now I'm having a couple of hours, so I'm considering a tourist. Well, I consider myself a tourist. Also some ferry boats for sure. That one, Dubrovnik, Korčula, Split, Brač. This is all destinations. It's pretty big city actually, if you know, in Balkans, and it's big transportation hub. So from here, via boats, you can get to different parts of Croatia. You can take a bus and get from here to very neighboring Bosnia and Herzegovina, or even take a day trip to Montenegro. I hope one day I have chance to do that. But I'm back to the place where I was having my Burek behind me, Mlinar. That's that church that I passed by earlier this morning. And right there's gonna be the supermarket that I want to visit. And the port and the cruise ship is just right there. You'll see it right now. I'm showing you the panorama. You see that bridge? That's gonna be the landmark for you. It says Port of Dubrovnik, but our terminal is further. I believe this is the entrance, like to the ferry boats and stuff. And here is this church, and there's a ship, and that's that supermarket right there. So it says Konzum, I guess, like consume. That's the idea, or that's the name, like a consume supermarket. Here you go, approaching this place right there. Let's go. Some of the crew members told me that on the way here in the Mediterranean, this is the most affordable for us. Well, I don't know what's your pocket right there. Maybe you are a rich person right there. We are crew members. We're always on the budget, you know. So somebody told me that this Konzum, it's the most budget-friendly supermarket for crew. So I'm gonna go and check it out. Now keep in mind that this is not super walkable area right here. There's you need to do a little bit of a scavenger hunt if you want to be on the pavement or the sidewalk, because this is mostly for the cars. So keep that in mind, please. Boost, one of the best ways to travel Europe, Norwegian Breakaway and Konzum. And here is Dubrovnik. Now I recall I've been here once, long ago when I was a crew staff. I stopped by here to buy some groceries that time. Let's see, what do they have? So I'm gonna walk around, buy some groceries, and then I'm gonna show you how much did I spend at the end. I feel like it's gonna be more than 50 euros. Already got some groceries, some chocolate for my team. Here I have some coffee brands that I recognize from home as well, like Jacob's, Nescafe. Can I get some coffee? Yeah, look at this variety. It really has nice variety and nice prices. And I got the refilled Nescafe ads for the office. Here you have more Bureks and stuff. They have different shapes and forms and more accessible price. This supermarket can offer a lot. And the good price is that everything in euro. So if you're from European Union or your country running euros, it's easier for you. Guys, into the names, look at this. Nicolina, Lorena, Igor, Vedran, Alen. So it's Prietarice, like France. That's the price for 2 liters. Some vegetable selection. By the way, there's a playlist of me doing groceries in different parts of the world. You can check it out, like Argentina, Paraguay, and more. The book market can offer something like that. Something about 6 games. Has some sort of utensils and much more. Vegetable noodles, I take a couple of packs. There was a few times I could not have chance to eat, so I'm gonna need them. Yeah, in my job, and I'm working on board, you can check out a lot of videos on this channel already about me doing different traveling, cruising content. So sometimes it happens that I don't have a chance to eat. I'm not getting that because that's the main course, and that's a lot we can consume on board. Got some non-alcoholic beer just in case. And here are some snacks. Oof. Groceries are done. Look how many, 2 big packs, 80 something euro. I thought I'm gonna spend not more than 50. Well, this is for all those remaining less than 1.5 months that I have left on board. So what can I say about groceries, about the supermarket? And many groceries for almost 90 euros that I bought. Variety is great, prices are okay. I don't do groceries for 6 months usually because I'm working on a cruise ship, so should be okay, and very close to the ship, so keep that in mind as an option for you. And you see right in front of that bridge, that's basically already the cruise ship. I'm in a close proximity from the terminal. That's just right here. So as you see, it's also a bus terminal. Unlike the other bus stations, this one looks good. This one looks very okay. Right, and I'm back on board. My 2 bags of groceries. Beautiful Norwegian Breakaway. I can see some of my team members already doing the gangway duties. Welcome back on board where you're not going to be bored. Here you have little market with many souvenirs, souvenir stores, some cafe here as well, and much more. Right in front of the ship. This is the afternoon vibe of Dubrovnik. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.